right.
So let's check out Madame Bo.
So we got Madame Bo and T-1000 gameplay here.
It's a great one.
Love the vibe.
Yeah, all right. So the first move I'll show is her bottle toss. It's her neutral attack. She comes out, throws a bottle. It's an arc projectile. Not a ton of damage, but it's an ambush move.
Full bottle service.
Second one, she comes out with a quick mid attack.
Recovers pretty slowly.
Breaks her back a little bit.
A little bit. Look, she's very, very good at fighting, but very old.
Oh, it's fragile.
Now, the fun thing is, if you want to use both cameo bars a meter, you can hold it down, and she'll go into these flippy flops,
Flippity flops.
which you can
This is
actually
the
use
entire
to
meter?
do double team attacks.
Ooh. Nice.
And the follow-up to that is, back is a quick low
She coming in hot.
with the exact same mechanic. Hold it down, and she goes
cool.
into this awesome double
That
team.
Borracho
It's
Drunken
gonna work
Master
together.
punch,
I'm sure we're going to
multi-punch.
see a lot of really crazy stuff
Really
with
fun
that.
combos with
And the
that.
one thing I really like about Madame Bo too is when she interacts with the player character so much.
Yes.
Like you jump over her when she slides in and things like that. It just adds a little extra oomph to it.
So that's kind of her base, very simple set that you can use.
There's more.
There's a lot more.
Stop it, you.
So she actually has drink service. Hit down in R1 and she'll come out. And from there, you can hit down in R1 again to take a
Oh
drink.
man, give me those
You have
shots.
3 levels of drinking. You can see right under my light bar, I'm at level 1.
Give me those
Now I have 3
shots.
drinks,
Oh
and you
yeah,
get
break
Full
that
different-
bottle.
there.
Yeah.
Yep.
You get different moves depending on your drunken level. So the first move you can do is new dashes. Down back R1 or down forward R1. And these have a ton of range.
You could use
So
a
like,
mid
let's
combo
compare.
and mid pressure.
Take a drink. My normal back dash, my normal dash. It's like almost 3
But it
times
spends a
more.
bar a meter.
Large stumbles that
Yes.
get you back and forth.
You can also use the barometer in a combo to cancel into it and then continue.
That's pretty cool.
So that's going to open up your combo possibilities for every character. You can do these custom combos that normally wouldn't be possible.
Very cool.
Very cool stuff.
Watch Sub-Zero's gonna
Now,
throw up
that's gonna
soon.
take a
Watch.
barometer, and it's going to take one of your drinks away.
Don't take my drinks away.
Let's see. With level 2, you gain access. This is so fun to me.
That's great.
The belly flop.
Belly flop. You can use that to start combos. You can use that if they're going to try to anti-air you. It's an overhead. You can use it on mix-ups. And it just looks really funny.
You get a couple drinks with me, I'll do some belly flops. There we go.
And then lastly, if you're fully loaded,
Don't do it,
you
Sub-Zero.
gain access to
Wow.
which is a combo starter.
Oh. The
I just
reaction's
wanted
awesome.
to, yeah, that's
Wait a
I wanted
minute.
to show it before.
They
And then,
changed
now
it?
notice after you vomited, she won't serve you for
She
a
says
little while.
no thank you.
That's funny.
Shut up.
Drink responsibly.
That's right. Come back in now. Get something to eat.
Wait, it combos now?
And
Oh,
you can see
okay.
there for the few, and it's a combo starter, just like you'd expect. You know, as you'd expect.
As you'd expect, like
Right.
in the real world, sure.
So that is Madame Bo's new set. You can see it's she
Pretty
has kind
awesome.
of a.
It's
That's
awesome.
definitely different.
It's definitely one of the funnier things in the game, in my opinion.
Ton of personality, and a lot of stuff like from newer players to older players. There's a lot of stuff you can do. There's
Yes.
some master stuff.
Madame
and
Bo
there's
is
stuff
pretty
where you're
sick.
Throwing bottles and doing.
She's pretty awesome.
Right,
So,
and
fun
none of it's
Borracho
hard to
throwbacks.
execute.
She has a lot of
You know,
moves.
it's a lot of options, but none of it's difficult. I think it'll be pretty straightforward. You can also just, if you don't even want to mess with serving, you could just use her, her low combo starter. You can go into, use the bottle toss to complement your projectiles. She's pretty straightforward, but then she also has that layer of depth. It's a lot.
She's
kind of
gonna be like
You wanna
Goro.
get
Look
into
how
your drink.
slow it recovers, guys.
all right, awesome.
Very cool.
So if you want to
Once you
use
get
both
used
her
to the
bars,
rules
she's gonna
of,
recover
drinking
incredibly
beer, I think
slowly.
Pretty straightforward and a lot of fun and just very funny.
Happy hour. Gotta love it.
I love it. All right, so that is Madame Bo.
Here we go.
Who will be available to all who own Chaos Reigns at no additional cost.
The main.
Cool.
Oh,
That's how
nice.
you can
Okay, for free.
Grab Madame Bo for your team. Main event time.
Here we go.
We should talk about
The
showing,
main
T-1000.
events.
1000. I'm real excited for this.
All right.
He's metal.
So if you were to think about T-1000, what kind
He's
of
metal.
players is metal? What kind of players would play a T-1000?
I think he is. I would describe him as a
Can do everything.
He
Yeah,
can do everything.
He's like,
He's got
crazy.
range. He's got close up.
range,
He
he's
can
got
close the range.
projectiles. He's like a Swiss Army knife, actually.
Ooh, that's
A little
really
bit of
good.
everything.
And
Yeah.
probably could be a Swiss Army knife.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's almost like he's a machine that analyzed the best possible attacks.
Yeah, Madame
in
Bo
a
is
fighting
Goro,
game
but with more
and
options.
gave them to himself.
It's just like me.
I would
Just
say
like me.
there's definitely a lot of things in this character that we've never done before, which
Right.
is really neat, especially with some of the just the technology with the character. You'll see
Yes.
later sometimes when you hit the character, blood will come off, but it's it's not blood, it's liquid metal,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll see it go back to the feet of them and things like that.
Extremely cool. And wait till people see him as a victim of
Yep.
a fatal blow and stuff like that. It's really, really neat.
Well, let's take a look at T-1000.
All right, so let's take a look at his normals first. As you can imagine, with bladed arms,
Has a ton of
he can
moves.
become any weapon. He has really good range. Like sweep, uppercut.
Good uppercut range.
Yeah. Let's start with his back two, which is a overhead. Pops them up. Now he can actually hold it, and if you fully charge it, he gets a much bigger pop-up.
Kind of like
You can
Quan
also
Chi
cancel
Chi.
it. So you can go into a low. So let's go over his low. Back
Whoa.
3-2
Oh god, that's so soft.
into that
So
headbutt.
overhead lows are a thing here.
Absolutely, that's going to be a reoccurring thing with T-1000.
I really like the whole like piercing through the knee and skull. It's so cool.
One of my favorite throws too. That's such a cool, like, just technical looking throw. 'Cause it
Yes.
goes phases
Baraka
through.
Phasing
barrage.
through, it's
I
so
feel
cool.
like you have a favorite throw every throw.
I do. I love throws. And that's one thing about this character too, which you'll see as you go, is like a lot of new things that we have never done before
Yes.
with a character are done with T-1000. We'll see.
That
Very
animation
cool.
is so
Blood
smooth.
effects, when he's a victim, all really cool. So let's go over two of his key normals. First is forward 2-2, which is great long range, mid-mid. You're not going to get huge combos off of it, but it's a great kind of safe-ish way to control space.
Everyone loves those mid-space sort of.
No, he has a better
Exactly.
one.
Moves.
Forward 1,
And,
3.
Complementing that is forward 1, this elbow, which can go into this two-player animation.
Where did that arm come from?
Absolutely rules. It took me decades to notice he has 3 arms during the helicopter scene.
Do you think you could have
That sounds kind of
I
wrong.
think he can pretty much do whatever he
T-1000
wants
has
with
3
it.
arms.
You'll also notice in some of his moves, like parts of him will turn to pure metal. Like
Yes.
his knee in that one. There's a headbutt he
it's
does.
so cool.
Yeah.
That's such a cool animation too.
And I love his standing too. There's just the
What is the
Damn,
pose
that
that's on
range.
that? Jeez
very,
Louise.
very far. Instead of just he does have jabs, but I love that his standing to poking them.
Good mid-range control.
That stand 2 is crazy.
That's a very reoccurring thing with T-1000, as you can imagine. So you want to see his special moves?
I do.
Let's start with his zoning tools.
Cool.
Pull out the pistol.
Blop, blop.
You can hold it down to do 2 shots. If you EX it, he does a bunch of shots. He also has an advancing gun. You can hold it down.
RoboCop.
If you EX it, you can hold the 1 button to go into a stab and switch a spot.
Which is my favorite move of the game. It is the
He's
moving
RoboCop
through
with
and
mix-ups
through.
and range.
Looks so awesome. The way he's just walking forward like that.
Do you think he needs bullets, or he can just create more bullets?
That's a very good
He
question.
cannot create machinery.
That's true, yep.
Yeah.
But a bullet's not machinery, is it?
It has
The
multiple
gun he's
components.
putting inside of him.
Yeah.
If you look when he does it, he's putting it inside of him. It's an actual gun.
Right. But I'm just wondering about the bullets.
The bullets are real bullets.
Okay, alright.
They explain in the movie he cannot make machinery, moving parts, stuff like that.
Alright.
All right, so let's go over his close quarter. That's your lore minute.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me know.
Down back 2, one of the cooler moves, I think. Creates
Cabal
Six
hook
Swords.
swords?
Does the classic Tornado Slam.
How can you not love that?
If you EX it, you get a pop-up. That's going to be one of his core combo starters.
Metal choke slam. Sweet.
Down forward 2 is these 2 hook swords. Kind of the hook blade things he creates. If he EX it, it has armor, so that's going to be one of his, like, get off me, get away from me, don't pressure me tools. Then he has a great one, the Wrath Hammer.
Ooh.
He literally creates
Shao
Shao Kahn's
Kahn's
hammer,
hammer.
the classic hammer from like MK3. That's an overhead.
And then the puddles just coming rushing back to him.
I absolutely
You'll
love that.
Man,
notice that with the
animations,
blood and
guys.
the creations.
Maybe
They'll
the
all
best
come back and
animated character in the whole game.
Reconstitute. Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
Then let's go over one of his air attacks. Maybe my favorite move, the
Blop.
the gloop, the dive gloop.
Dive
You've seen a
gloop.
dive kick. How about a dive gloop?
Gloop. So cool.
And if you EX it, he turns into a puddle, and he has different options from that, which we're going to go over in just a second.
Glacius.
So, he has two
Killer
kind of stance
instinct.
moves. Let's start with the puddle. Back
Definitely
forward
reminds
three,
me
he
of
becomes the
Glacius.
puddle. You hold it back. He can actually go through the opponent. And from there, he can do 1 to do spikes. That's like your quick move. Or you can do 2 to do this uppercut, which is a combo starter.
Very cool.
Or you can just hit 3 to come back whenever you want.
That uppercut
And if
is
you
fast.
EX it, it actually starts off with spikes, and that counts as a low. So you can mix it in with the hammer,
Oh, cool.
the back 2, and you can instantly go into the move. So you can just quickly have a low combo starter.
Yeah, he's
or
cheap,
you can
guys.
choose to still hold it,
He's
go through
cheap.
them, come up behind them in the knockdown, stuff like that. So
Now
it could
this
be-
is this is not a fully invincible move though. Like go ahead and
Correct.
gloop towards me.
yeah, you
so-
can actually hit him out of it.
And now if there's spikes, changes things.
Yes,
But yeah.
exactly. And the spikes are very, very quick. And this has,
cheap.
when you do this, you go into this, you have these moves. So you could quickly go into the uppercut and get a combo off his dive gloop. And then the second stance move is back forward 4, where he turns full metal and he starts walking forward. From there, he can end it. He can do this mid attack, which is quick, or
Guess
he can do a
what?
grab.
He has a grab. He has a command
Now
grab.
this has armor, and he can either absorb 2 hits or 70 points of damage. So let's try it. So you can use it to punish like a down 1. But if you do something like an uppercut,
You got 2. Oh,
Yeah.
his head. His head.
that'll
fell
come
off.
off and he'll reform.
And there's there's a bunch of different cases for that too, which is a really cool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like try it with a sweep
He
attack.
is fucking
Not
cheap.
gonna cut off again.
Why are you running away?
Sorry.
He's so scared.
There we go.
His leg will break, yeah.
Yeah.
He
Now if you EX
is
it,
cheap.
it doubles it. Now he can take more hits and more damage.
Oh my god. He's gonna be so annoying to
So
deal
let's
with.
try that. Uppercut, uppercut, another uppercut. And you know, he can,
Oh
that's
my
an actual
God.
punish because it is the recovery of it.
Punished an uppercut that
Yes. And lastly, if you've got the meter for it, if you EX the back forward 4, you get it down 2 to go into the EX version of the puddle. So you could do stuff like punish a normal attack, then go into the puddle, then go no combo starter. That's going to take a lot of meter, but it can be very, very deadly.
And
this
it's
is
super cool.
a lot of cool mix-ups, a lot of cool thought processes to use while you're using.
Exactly.
these-
So I think he's a character that has, you know, it's like he looked at every possible option and has an answer for it.
Right.
You know, it's going to cost a meter. It's going to be your
The
resources.
T-1000
but
is
very,
cheap.
very
That's all I-
powerful. That's going to get people scared to attack.
Could say.
And then you can go into
He's
his
so
throws,
good.
his overhead, his lows.
He has
Got it.
literally every
So,
tool that you
wanna
want in
see
a
his fatal
character.
blow?
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy. He has zoning. He has mix-ups. He has great buttons. Crazy. He's like so good. So good.
All right, and that is T1000 coming.
That's
very
a
shortly to you
T1000
all to
gameplay
play.
breakdown
Very
for you
cool.
all.
Very excited.